up to Swami's grace. Whatever comes from each film then gets put straight back in towards the next film. I saw him in near Bangalore. I suddenly got tears in my eyes. I was feeling rather embarrassed, trying to hide them, and then there were just so many, and it was a beautiful experience of ecstasy or bliss, whatever it's called. I couldn't stop. And then he came over and stroked me on the cheeks like this. She said, very happy, very happy. That was the end of me. I just melted. I was a surfer. I used to go around the world following the waves.
You still are?
Yeah.
Never heard of him before?
Never heard of him. But the moment I saw him, there wasn't a doubt in my mind that there was the Lord walking around.
Peter Ray. He is the creator of world-renowned Sai films Pure Love and Sai You Are and others, and he has been forever moved by Indian holy man Sri Satya Sai Baba.
Sai, you are more beautiful than diamonds.
Welcome to Souljourns, a special treat here, the story of the surfer photographer from Down Under, Peter Ray, and how his entire life changed in an instant. This interview was filmed in Puttaparthi, India in January 2002.
This is Peter Ray. Sai You Are is the movie we just saw that he's the creator of, and Pure Love, which is a wonderful film, which I've seen now, what, Jody, 14 times? Maybe more? What inspired you, Peter, to come follow Sai Baba, first of all, before we get to the movies?
That's a long story. I didn't know anything about Swami till I got here.
To India?
To India.
Never heard of him before?
Never heard of him. But the moment I saw him, there wasn't a doubt in my mind that there was the Lord walking around.
Well, had you ever known the Lord before?
No.
So why'd you think this was the Lord?
Well, I can't explain. There's no words can describe.
How'd you first see him?
I saw him in near Bangalore.
In person?
Yeah.
What was he doing there?
He was moving amongst the ladies, the women and the children. And then I suddenly got tears in my eyes. I was feeling rather embarrassed, trying to hide them, and then there were just so many, and it was a beautiful experience of ecstasy or bliss, whatever it's called. I couldn't stop. And then he came over and stroked me on the cheeks like this. She said, very happy, very happy. That was the end of me. I just melted. And for 2 days I was in that state. Couldn't talk, never slept, never ate.
After the 2 days when you came to your senses, what did you think of all this?
Well, my intention, I thought, was to stay for a few days and ask some questions. The thought to leave didn't come for 3 months. So I had 3 months in heaven on earth.
I understand you didn't come to Sai Baba from any ordinary spiritual endeavor such as a monastery or a philosopher.
No.
Quite the opposite.
No. I was a surfer. I used to go around the world following the waves.
You still are?
Yeah. It's the biggest wave.
And after coming to, a couple of days after you had that experience, and after you had maybe a couple of weeks or a couple of months to think about what the heck you were doing in India, when did you find that you decided that you didn't want to return to Australia or continue on your surfing path?
I never surfed again.
Really?
After 20 or more years I thought I would never stop surfing, but he just took that desire away. God consciousness, not surf consciousness.
How did you think you would provide for yourself here in India?
Well, this was back in '73.
Did you have $1 million in the bank or something?
Oh, heaps. No. I used to take photographs for surfing magazines around the world. That's how I used to survive and keep surfing.
That was your livelihood?
Yeah.
Not too many surfers here in southern India.
No, that's why it was the last place on earth I wanted to come. I once went to Hawaii and I thought Hawaii was so beautiful. I thought if God ever came to earth, this is where he lives. But he didn't. He chose Puttaparthi in South India.
So what'd you do then? How did you put food in your mouth?
Well, I just was going back to Australia all the time.
Okay.
I'd go back and work 6 or 8 months and then come and spend the rest of the year here.
Mm-hmm. So you could make enough money there working half a year or more to live here the rest of the half the year without having any income here.
Yes.
And it's because the cost of living is
It's a lot cheaper.
a lot cheaper here. Did you find the hook going deeper and deeper, or were you hooked totally from the go?
No, the moment I laid eyes on him, there was no question about it.
And how long now has it been since you've been here?
Well, first time 1973.
73. It's a noisy town, isn't it?
It is.
What about all the people who come and go, the Westerners, the Asians, the people who hear about Sai Baba and become infatuated, many of whom stay in his fold, many of whom leave, perhaps disbelieving and cynical? Any of that bother you?
No, not at all. They've come here, whatever changes meant to happen for these people has happened. They don't necessarily have to stay here. They don't change their faith. He doesn't want them to.
Who is Sai Baba?
Supreme Consciousness incarnate.
What is Sai Baba?
Who can really say? You can only experience.
Aside from what you told us, how has he changed your life?
You'd have to ask my mother that.
What would she tell us of who Peter once was?
Yeah. Well, my mother never really believed in Baba or gurus, but she saw the change in me when I first went home, and she thought, well, this guy's definitely got something going.
You're a surfer, and you do still photography with surfing.
Used to, yeah.
How did you ever get to the point where you found yourself involved making videos for Sai Baba?
I was sitting one day in amongst the devotees thinking, gosh, wouldn't it be wonderful to make a video, to shoot video of Swami? And the next thing I was given a camera, a video camera.
Who gave it to you and why?
Well, you have to be careful what you ask for or think about when you're near Swami.
So you decided one day you wanted to do this, somebody gave you a video camera, and then what made you think that you wanted to go start shooting videos for or about Baba?
Well, he's responsible for that.
I thought, secondhand, maybe thirdhand, a story that somehow you found yourself becoming aware that Baba was asking you to make a series of videos?
No.
All right.
No, just
Set me straight.
the thought and the desire comes up. He brings it up from within you. You want to do something and it's not right. It doesn't matter how hard you try, it's not going to happen.
What's the story I heard, and correct me where I'm factually wrong here, where in a reading or some such thing, somebody said that you were supposed to make a series of 5 videos for Baba? Or did I mishear that?
No, I was told that I would, by Swami, that I would be making 5 videos, or 6 videos actually. The 6th one would be taking a part of each of the 5 and making one complete film.
And you're into your 3rd project now.
Almost finished the 3rd one. Filming, that is. I've been filming that for 2 years now. That's nearly complete.
First one, Pure Love. Do you have any idea how many copies of that are circulating around the globe?
I really don't. Quite a lot, actually.
What did you think as you were making that first copy of Pure Love? What was your motivation that made it?
Well, Swami is my absolute motivator. There's no doubt about that. I was just fortunate to be able to do it and to be able to get that close to him. I didn't realize that I would get that close to him.
He opened the door for you, huh?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Most people are denied that opportunity, I think.
I think so.
And as it took form with the music, with the slow motion, with the smiling faces, with his